Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your dark and mysterious and tribal god of extreme, Peter Joseph here for a Friday evening video. And it's Friday, gotta get down on Friday, something for the weekend. Yeah, it's the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Friday evening, July the 24th, 2026, 1 week away from the end of July, and as next Saturday we begin the dog days of August. Count down those days till Labor Day weekend. We're just about a little over 4.5 weeks away, about almost 4 or 5 weeks away till Labor Day weekend, the unofficial end of summer. So, ladies and gentlemen, the summer is almost over. So, go down to get to the beach while you can, because you won't be able to go to the beach anymore when it gets to November-ish, or where we got that. But thank you all for watching right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 66. Ooh, yeah, 9. And as always, thanks for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit the subscribe button down below in my pants. Otherwise, on the description box below. Share the video all over the internet. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos from the past, now, and in the future comment on my respective channels. But don't leave stupid comments. You'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, beaten severely, slapped around like your mama or somebody else, but you guys get slapped around like a little bitch, because when you leave stupid comments, you'll get sent to the Shadow Realm, and then placed in an Iron Maiden, and Ozzy and Satan will come out and then eat the rest of your soul. So don't do it. Go to your dead channel. Go do it there. If you don't like getting blocked, then cry for me, little bitch. And that's that. So don't leave stupid comments, because you're going to get blocked. And if you don't like that, cry for me. That's all I got to say about that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell to turn on all notifications. You don't miss the next one. Because like I said before, if you miss anything, you fat boy, are SOL. And we all know what that means by now. And if you don't know what it means, you might get slapped again, because you need to know what it means by now. I've said it for almost 17 years. So, I'm getting close to the 17th year anniversary here on YouTube, since I started in 2009, August 9th, 2009. So, we're a couple weeks away from the big 1-7. So, and we're going to keep going, whether you like it or not. Because I'm going to go out on my terms, not somebody else's terms. So, you think that? You can kiss my rosy red ass, Mahoney. And that's pretty much it, because I'm not going anywhere. So, you're going to have to put up with me for another, however long I feel like staying on YouTube. So, might be 1 year, might be 3 years, might be 5, might be another 17. Who knows? I might be an old fart at 85 doing YouTube videos. Sonny, back in my age in 1985 with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I'm not going to go that far, but, well, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. What happens with that? Speaking of Hulk Hogan, it's the 1 year anniversary of the Hulkster's death, brother. So, we paid tribute to the Hulkster 1 year ago today. I don't think they're going to do anything on SmackDown tonight. I mean, I'll be surprised, but it is the 1 year anniversary of Ozzy, which was on Wednesday, and the Hulkster tonight, or today, really. So, and we have Malcolm Jamal Warner a couple of days ago as well. That whole week last week was just insane, with him, Ozzy, then Hogan in the same week. We all know death comes in threes. That was the week. We really wish that we didn't have those threes, but you can't control life and you can't control death, but it is what it is. But we remember them in our own special way, and I already did a tribute video to Ozzy's on my Metal God channel, and I might do one for Hogan, but we'll see what happens with that. Busy man. Busy man. But, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a great Friday. I hope you have a great weekend. Be safe, be well. It's going to be nice here in the Northeast. No rain till pretty much Monday afternoon, Tuesday really, but going to cool down a little bit as we end the month of July. And then we'll see what happens with August and see if it's going to be a hot month like this month was. Very hot. Lots of thunder boomers, lots of rain here in the Northeast and down south. They're getting blitzed by Tropical Storm Big Bertha. especially if you live in New Orleans or getting close to San Antonio area, you're going to get blitzed pretty much. Not by a hurricane, but lots of rain down in Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi. Gonna scare them Cowboys down there. But we're getting closer to the peak of hurricane season, which I think is in September. So we haven't hit. We had 2 storms. One fizzled out, and Bertha was the first actual named storm. Now we wait for the next one, whatever that may be. Hopefully not too soon, and it doesn't come up the East Coast. And Caribbean, Puerto Rico, just batten down the hatches and watch the Weather Channel. Especially, and also you guys down in Florida. You never know when a storm might show up, but it is what it is. So we'll get through August, the peak of hurricane season in September, and a little bit of October. Then it kind of dies down right around Halloween, and then ends in early November, and then we'll have to worry about it till next year. Well, hopefully we have El Nino. Not Nina, El Nino, whatever it is this year. We have it next year, so we don't have a lot of storms. But right now we're at B. Right now we're at B. We'll see if we get to C, and as we move on into August, and that's all we care about. Alright, enough about the tropics, ladies and gentlemen. We can get our own tropic weather on the Weather Channel. But some of you people like Meteorological Pete, Weatherman Pete. I'm Weatherman Pete. Okay, never mind. Anyway, moving on with that. But have a great weekend. Be safe and be well. And if you are out with the rain, just bring it back in. And that's that. Alright, we got SmackDown coming up in about a half hour from now, or as I call it, Weltdown. So it should be some good shit. Walter's gonna talk about what's happening with Nick Aldis and his match at SummerSlam. I think Cody's gonna be on the show. Obviously, Sam Puke as well. We got a couple of matches in the interim women's SmackDown Women's Title tournament, or whatever they call it, qualifying matches. We got Chelsea Green taking on the resident accountant, Kiana James. And we got Nia Jax taking on the Queen, Charlotte Flair. See who advances to that. I think it was a 5-way ladder match to see who becomes the interim SmackDown Women's Champion. And then they will face Mommy Rhea Ripley. Don't know when. Maybe by Sunday night's main event, September the 6th. Yeah, Sunday, not Saturday. Sunday night's main event. Of course, they don't want to compete with the start of college football that weekend. Ha! So they're doing it pretty much that Sunday before football. Well, football's not on that day, but you know what I mean. The week before football officially starts, which will be week 1, September the 13th. No, take that back. Yeah, I was right. September the 13th is officially week 1 in the NFL, the league where they play. We'll pay. And then we all know the Niners start on the 10th. That's going to go up against Triple Mania Night 1. Ouch. What are you going to watch? I got to watch the Niners, of course, but I might sneak in and watch Triple Mania. I'll watch TNA later, Ring of Honor later. But at another time. Not that night. That night, if the Niners are on a Thursday night, I am not watching TNA or Ring of Honor. Not watching it. Even on Sunday night, there's a pay-per-view. Not watching the pay-per-view, obviously. Obviously. Not gonna do it. We get that. Alright, before we get to Weltdown, let's talk about Monday Night Raw. And as of that, I can't even talk. As the title below says, ladies and gentlemen, and I will take a pause. As the title below says, on the Kill Demons channel, thank you for watching. It is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Monday Night Raw review for July the 20th, 2026 on Netflix. Alright, a lot of people thought this show was good. I thought this show was garbage. I don't know what you guys were watching, but I thought this show, minus a few parts, was kind of crappy. Coming off of Saturday's main event, which wasn't great in the Garden, except for the Roman segment, of course. That's pretty much it. So we start off with a long. Before we get to that, we are emanating from the Little Caesars Arena in Pizza in Detroit, Michigan, or Detroit Rock City. Okay, by Kiss would sing. And as always on Monday Night Raw, our commentary team of the legend Michael Cole and Corey Slaves. And we get that. Alright, so we start off with a long Saturday night's main event recap, showing you all what happened. New women's tag team champions in Fatal Influence, Lady Reed and Fallon Dunko Don Henley. We get that. We got Light Up at Kitty and Lassie Bitch from Ireland destroyed Bayley. Give me a hug. And, well, Bayley might be going bye-bye, so long, farewell, and, saying hello to a certain, CEO, if you will. That might not be now, but by the end of the year. Because her contract ends, I think, in October. So, we'll see what happens with that. And a whole lot, and, all the other shit. We got the whole thing with Seth Rollins, Jalen Brunson, Roman, Mr. Danhausen and friends, beating JD McDumpbuck and the rest of the Judgment Day. We got all that, and a whole lot more at Saturday Night's main event. Alright, so after that, we get to a tag team match player, a non-title tag team match. We got the vision of Austin Theory and Braun Breaker, along with Logan Small and the beautiful Maxine Dupree, or soon-to-be former Mrs. Cam Hendricks, because you know Austin Theory and Maxine Dupree, they be fucking in the back. You know they are. If you think they're not, you have been watching wrestling as long as I have. But I digress on that. Alright, so they're in the ring, and they're taking on the team of Dragon Lee Phoenix and Bouncy Javon Evans. This was a pretty good match. I could get through all of it, obviously. So I want to get out of here because gotta be going out with the missus in a little bit for some din din and some. I'm gonna party like it's $16.99 because it's one of those weekends. But I digress on that. Alright, so they go back and forth. We're getting to the end. Evans takes out the cameraman, or talks to the camera. He's like, "Oh, we're going outside!" Avoids a spear from Braun Breaker, who crashes into the timekeeper's area. Damn. Then another flippy dippity doo cuts Braun off, and a big springboard clothesline takes Austin Theory down, and then Dragon Lee Phoenix gets in his top rope double stomp, but then Maxine Dupree, she gets involved, grabs the leg, which allows Braun Breaker to hit a big-time clothesline, and then Theory with his, a brainbuster on the knee. Somebody's been watching Adam Cole tapes, the collateral damage, if you will, for a near fall, because you can't do it like Adam Cole, baby. Sorry, Austin. Next time, maybe try to emulate Sami Zayn a little bit more, or Generico with the brainbuster on the top turnbuckle a little bit. That works for you. But the collateral damage? No. Anyway, so that gets a near fall, and then Braun Breaker comes in, hits that super spear of doom on Dragon Lee Phoenix, and pretty much sends him back to Mexico like a broken taco. Ooh, that was bad. I know, I'm sorry. But anyway, he kills Dragon Lee Phoenix. 1, 2, 3, the Vision get the win. And a pretty decent match. And that's that. After the match, big old beatdown ensues. Pretty much like still a 2-on-2 beatdown. And then Alpha Academy come out, Otis and Tozawa. They come out, and Maxine slaps Otis in the face. Damn. And then Logan Paul's like, "I can't believe she did that." Oh, shit. And then Otis pretty much wrecks the Vision, wrecks Braun Breaker. He destroys Austin Theory. Then they go to the outside. Tables all loaded up. But Braun Breaker spears the hell out of Otis. And then another super spear drops Otis again. I think it was on the outside. And then, Michael Cole and Corey Graves try to make Maxine the villainess. And out of all of this, she's the leader of the Vision. Technically she is, because Paul's just doing his own thing with Brock Lesnar. You take the reins there, Maxine. right now, the Division looks stronger than ever. Now, I wonder what's going to happen when Bronson Reed comes back, which could be any time now. Could be at SummerSlam. And we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so the Division's still a thorn in a lot of people's sides, and we'll see what happens with that. I don't know why, I really don't know why the Street Profits haven't got their rematch yet. Well, they did, and it was just ended in chicanery. But still, we move on. Alright, then we're going to look back at Fanatics Fest, all the drama from there, especially, and then the SummerSlam kickoff show, we got all that. Then we get the Judgment Day jumping Mr. Danhausen in the back. They want their money back. And then they tell him, you have 30 seconds to go find it. Okay. 30 seconds till we get the segment, I guess. But we move on. Alright, then we get another video for Big Cass. He's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. Alright, we're going to see him a week from Monday on Raw. Was Enzo going to tag along? Well, we have to see that night, I guess. If not, then nobody cares. I'm not going to care. If Enzo's not there, I don't care. That rhymed, but whatever. If he's there by himself, we'll see if his singles run is better than his last singles run, because after they broke Enzo and Cass up, it was shit. Enzo goes bye-bye. Eventually he goes bye-bye, so long, farewell. Then that whole thing with him and that girl in Denver. Whatever it was. That's that. And, yeah, we move on. So we'll see what happens with Big Cass when we, see him in 2 weeks. That's that. Alright, after that, we get a look at Mr. Danhausen's uncursing parade over the weekend. He uncursed the Jets, and I don't know who else, well, besides the Knicks, he uncursed over the weekend. Plus his match with JD McDumpfuck, which he won thanks to Karl Anthony Towns. You get that. Alright, now, after that, Mr. Danhausen with a briefcase. I wonder what's in the briefcase, don't answer that. He comes out with a little kitty chat. He says, this money is driving me crazy, and I'm sick of it. But I'm not going to give it to the Judgment Day, so let's just give it to every one of you people, the Fanhausens. So he's about to give the fake money to all the fans in the crowd. Then the Judgment Day with JD McDumpfuck in an old school Scott Hall jersey shirt. Very nice. Very, very nice. Hey, yo. It's survey time. And I want to know, did you people come to see WCW? No! Or, Chico, did all of you come to see the N? Survey says, one more for the bad guys. I miss Scott Hall. I think we all miss Scott Hall. Chico, something happened to this, something happened to you, Chico. That was cool that he came out like that. So he comes out, they come out and say the fans aren't getting the money. So then Danhausen's like, you are cursed! Cursing them again. I thought they were already cursed. Cursed them even more. And then, this guy comes out. Below average Joe Hendry comes out for the save. But Judgment Day still get the briefcase, which is still closed for now. What's in it? Maybe it's money. Maybe it's actual money instead of fake money, monopoly money. I don't know. So we get that. And we move on. Alright, then we continue the Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns by Tribal Chief. Put up your ones for the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns. Their history with the WrestleMania Money in the Bank cash in at WrestleMania 31. Even though Roman did not get pinned in that match. It was Brock Lesnar, I believe. Who cares now? Anyway, alright, we're going back. Joe Hendry and Mr. Danhausen start yelling at the Judgment Day, who opened the briefcase, and I thought it was going to explode. And they reach in, JD McDumpfuck reaches in and finds, as you would guess, fake money. So JD gets all mad. He's like, oh, fuck this fucking shit. He throws the freaking briefcase, and then you see Mr. Danhausen and Joe Hendry go, oh shit. Oh shit. I'm like, oh no, he threw it to somebody very, very mean. And yes, indeed, he threw it right into this guy, the Ruler, who, the Destroyer, who, the Bringer of War, who, the mountain you cannot climb, who, the mountain you cannot conquer, Oba, who, Femi. Oh, Oba comes in and he is mad, and JD's like, oh shit, I fucked up. You don't fucked up, there, JD McDumpfuck. And Oba says, you know, I should kill you for this. And then, next thing we know, we get a match out of this coming up. Oba versus JD. I think Adam Pearce made it, or whatever it was. Somehow it got made, and then Dominic Mysterio, who's he was there. Dominic Guerrero. Sorry, Eddie, I messed up his name. It's okay. You get one. You get one on that. One botch. Say it again, I kill you. Okay, Eddie, calm down. Dominic Guerrero, Eddie's son, protests and gets a match with Joe Hendry later on. Okay, we move on. Alright, then we get to the match with Oba and JD. I was like, yeah, this match ain't gonna last long. 54 seconds. What a waste of time. As, pretty much JD goes in there, Dom's on the outside, pretty much does nothing. He didn't have to do nothing. JD's a piece of crap, ese pero. I know, thank you. And Otis hits the fall from grace. Bing, bang, boom, good night. 54 seconds, collect your money at the door. What a waste. What a waste. That was a filler match. And we move on. Alright, after that, we're going to look at Jalen Brunson of the New York Knicks at Fanatics Fest with Roman. And, of course, we'll get all that. Alright, then Michael Cole and Corey Graves are talking. They get interrupted by Solo Mibuki, who says, I'm not supposed to be here, but I'm going to be here anyway, and I want to talk to Seth freaking Rollins. Okay. I'm interested. Let's hear what you got to say. So, Seth freaking Rollins comes out. Burn it down! So he comes out, welcomes Solo to the show. Rollins gets in. Important question, are you here to talk, or are you here to fight? Solo says, I'm here just to talk. He says that SummerSlam is going to be Seth versus the entire Bloodline, even though it's Seth versus Roman, but I know, Solo's got a point, because the Usos are going to be there, and Jacob to help Roman retain, obviously. So, Seth seems to accept that, but Solo says it doesn't have to be this way. I can have your back at SummerSlam, and then Rollins like, let me think on that a little bit. Well, that doesn't work for Solo. He says, I can help you. Trust me. Yeah, who's going to trust you, Solo? Nobody trusts you anyway. He's like, I can be for you what you were for Cody back at WrestleMania 40. And Rollins thinks, Rollins keeps thinking, and then Jacob Fatu, he comes out. Solo bails to the floor and into the crowd. And then, it seemed like Seth and Jacob were going to be sort of friends. Well, that didn't last long because Rollins dropped him with a super kick, leaves him in the corner, and that was pretty much it. Now, Jacob is going to want revenge on Seth for kicking him right in the face. So Seth, all you had to do was, not accept Solo's offer, because you were going to, even if Solo did help you, it's not going to help you win the world title back. So, you don't fucked up, Seth Rollins. And that's pretty much it. Alright, after that, we get a look at Chad Gable, the man that we're hanging out with in a pickup truck. Anyway, him and Pentagon Zero Miedo, they're still down at the SummerSlam kickoff show, this last Sunday. So they're going at it for the Intercontinental title. I think Chad's gonna win in his hometown. This is in Minnesota. Tiffy might win back the world title. It's in her hometown. Brock probably gonna lose because he's gonna get destroyed by Oba in Hell in a Cell. That's the only bad thing that might happen about SummerSlam. All the people coming back from Minnesota, two-thirds of them are going to lose. Or maybe 1/3 of them are gonna win. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, after that tag team match, speaking of Pentagon and Chad Gable, they team up against Ego to the post. Ethan Page and Alexander Rusev. Rusev smash CJ Petty pussy! Yeah! We miss Lana, but we all know her as CJ Perry now. But I digress on that. Alright. This match was decent, a little over 8.5 minutes. Everything breaks down in the end. Chad Gable gets caught in the Accolade, which somehow he reversed into an ankle lock. And then Pentagon uses both of them as a launch pad. Launch pad McQuack? No. Hey, DW. Hey, Mr. McDuck. You know, he was on. I can't believe Launchpad was on 2 shows. Really 3, but it's 2. Darkwing Duck and DuckTales. Woohoo! Anyway, moving on. So Pentagon uses Rusev and Ethan as a launch pad for a Mexican Destroyer. Damn, to Ethan, and then Rusev tapped out to the ankle lock. So there you go. So they coexisted, and they pick up the win. And we'll see what happens next weekend at SummerSlam for the Intercontinental title. It's going to be a banger. And we got that. Moving on. Alright, they're going to video of Seth beating Roman at Money in the Bank 2016. Before Roman was the big dog. And pissed us all off between 6, 17, 18, 19. Before his leukemia thing. Blah, 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 blah. So we got that. Alright, then we get to, like I said, Rollins taunting Jacob in an effort to get him to break Roman's orders. Which Roman's like, don't touch Seth Rollins before SummerSlam. So Jacob says, what happened earlier won't happen again. He promises violence, and basically he says, after Roman gets done with you, I'm gonna kick your ass! Shit. I'm gonna beat your ass! You do it too. So, Seth, if I were you, after your ass kicking from Roman, you're going to take another one from Jacob. That's all I got to say about that. Alright, then we get more from Fanatics Fest. Why do we keep going back to Fanatics Fest? Nobody cares. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get a sit-down interview with the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman. He sits down to talk about being the advocate for the beast. The Conqueror, the 1 in 21 and 1. I hate saying that, but he's the Beast. We call him Beastie, and that's Brock Lesnar. So Paul says he's been asked not to use the word violence, but how does he sell Hell in a Cell without that? Well, it wouldn't be violent. And Hell in a Cell wouldn't be violent without violence. It makes no sense to have the cage then. So Paul hypes up Brock being undefeated. I didn't even know he was undefeated. Undefeated in the cell. How many people think it's ending at SummerSlam? Always had the greatest rookie year in WWE since Brock, but it comes to an end at the hands of Brock inside Hell in a Cell. I'll tell you now, it's going to be barbaric. I hope we get a lot, I mean a lot of blood. Probably from Brock himself, but who knows. I want a bloodbath. I want Undertaker Shawn Michaels blood from the first Hell in a Cell. I want that level of blood and violence. Or maybe you go Drew Punk level of violence with all that blood too. That was crazy. That match was pretty damn epic too. But we move on. Alright, so we'll see what happens with that. Because that's going to be the main event of night 1. I assume. Moving on. Then we see how Seth and Roman got back together for a little bit. It didn't last long. We get that. Alright, after that, we're going to look at Walter and Nicholas Aldis being set up for SummerSlam on the SummerSlam Kickoff show. Thanks to the game. Triple H, you wanna fight? You're gonna fight at SummerSlam. in Minnesota. And we get that. Alright, after that, we go to Dominic Guerrero with Trouble, Trouble, that's me. Cherry lips and E. Say it once, say it twice, and I'll give it to you all night. Bite me. Alright. Liv Morgan at ringside. Non-title match. Triple mega title not on the line. We won't see Dom defend that belt until, I think, night 2 of Triple Mania against a certain guy named El Grande Americano. I think they're teaming up pretty soon. I think maybe at that August 30th event. But anyway. So Dom takes on below average Joe Hendry. I didn't really like the match that much. I like how Liv got on the headset and says, Dominic Guerrero is the greatest champion of all time! And freaking Corey goes like, do you like that, huh, Cole? Cole's like, how more annoying can you be? Fuck you, Cole. Sit down and do your fucking commentary. Shut up! Respect Liv Morgan and Dominic Guerrero. Bitch. Big gay hole. If I was alive today, I'd kick Michael Core's ass. He used to love you back in the day. I don't care. He doesn't like my son. I'm gonna come down from heaven and kick his ass. Well, you can't because you have that halo on your head there, dude. Ah, fucking black blood! I can't even say anything else that he would say. He's mad. We don't have Dragon Balls. I'm sorry if we did. I'd resurrect fucking Eddie Guerrero, Bray Wyatt, even Mikey Boy, Mike Awesome, and maybe New Jack too. Oh, you gonna resurrect me, motherfucker? Yeah, maybe I will. Yeah, we need more violence. You know, come back down. And Mike, you can bring the violence too. Well, of course I'm gonna bring the violence. I'm awesome. Why wouldn't I bring the violence? Are you high today? No, I'm pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. How you doing, Mikey? I'm doing pretty good, too. I heard your woman has No, well, say it. Don't say it. Well, I just wanted to say she's having a special day. You're gonna give her a special gift later, right? Shut up, Mike. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, I gotta go anyway. Why, you gotta go somewhere? Yeah, never mind. I gotta go. Boy! What was that about? Special day. I don't know what he's talking about. I never know what he's talking about sometimes. Anyway, moving on. Alright, Mr. Danhausen comes out, throws up the "You are cursed!" But Liv Morgan's like, fuck your curse! Smacked him right in the mouth. Damn. So much for your curse there, Danhausen, on Liv Morgan. So Danhausen goes to the back, and then eventually comes back in the Danhausen mobile with EO! So EO-hausen, I like that. Even though the Danhausen mobile kind of broke down. But EO comes out, goes after Liv Morgan, beats the fuck out of her. And then, inside the ring, Mr. Danhausen gives Dominic Guerrero a triple D. That's Danhausen death drop. And pretty much helps Joe Hendry get the win, even though the referee was like, I don't know what happened with the referee. Referee should have disqualified that guy. Exactly. I agree with you, Eddie. I agree. Of course you would agree with me, because I'm Eddie Guerrero. Okay, thank you. Anyway. Yep, I agree with Eddie. There should have been a DQ, and Dominic should have won. But Triple D to Dom, and Joe Hendry just put his arm around him because he knows he can't beat Dom straight up. But it is what it is. But anyway, Joe Hendry gets a tainted win. And I didn't really give two fucks about it. And we move on. Alright, then we're gonna look at Cody! MDK Cody! You bitch! And the SmackDown Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk! Getting into it at the SummerSlam kickoff show. After, the whole thing with Punk. With his belt, hit Cody in his eye. Next time, don't stand there, Cody. And then they had that little thing like, that was an accident, but this is on purpose, and he, slapped the crap out of Cody. Good for you, Cody. And having to be held apart by park rangers. park rangers not? You couldn't get the NYPD there, Hunter? What are you, too busy doing other things in New York? I don't know. Anyway, so we got that. After that, we're going to look at Roman and Jalen Brunson fending off Seth Rollins and Tyrese Halliburton, who came out like Seth Rollins with his Indiana Pacers belt at Saturday's main event. So we got that. And then we find out that Mr. Danhausen is going to be taking on Dominic Guerrero, non-title. No Triple R Mega Championship for you, Mr. Danhausen. Sorry. That's confirmed for SummerSlam, and everybody's like, why? Because you know Mr. Danhausen is probably going to win again. I hope not. That's your bathroom break match of the night, but I'm going to stay because it's dumb. Dominic Guerrero, a true Guerrero. Right, Eddie? My son is a true Guerrero. He's better than his dad. Well, you're his dad. I mean, his former dad. You know that. I'm his papi. Fuck Rey Mysterio. He's a gringo, a pendejo. Should be sent to the bells of hell. That pendejo. Okay, Eddie, calm down. Well, tell me to calm down. Cabron. Okay, easy. China, Joni, thank you. Eddie's a little bit miffed today. Oh boy. You get a Latino who has Latino heat. You get him or her pissed. Oh, they will not shut up. Especially you know who. But I digress. Moving on. Yeah, get ready. Shut up. We gotta go. Moving on. Alright, so we got Danhausen versus Dom at SummerSlam. Could care less. Alright, after that, we get a look at what's coming next week on the program. That is the SmackDown, the Go Home show for SmackDown. That's the July 31st show. Then we get to Eli Drake. That's an insult. That's a fact of life. Yeah, takes on Jacob Fatu, I mean. Before the match, Eli says, I'm not sure how Solo can be out here offering to help Seth because it's making him about to puke. The fans chant for the OTC. Put up your ones for the OTC. Eli says, can't even blame them for that because Roman has begged for acceptance for years. Oh, shut up, Eli. He's like, I'm everything WWE wanted Roman to be for years. Right. But now, Solo is wanting to help a cross-eyed goof like, wow, cross-eyed goof, damn. Like Seth, the idea should have been destroying the Bloodline for good, but Jacob is not going to be able to beat me, even with the Mortal Kombat music and the shaking. Mortal Kombat music, right, okay. Now you're just acting crazy there, Eli. Alright, so Jacob comes out. They have a pretty decent match. Jimmy Uso comes out. Solo shows up right after to go after him. Jacob hits the suicide dive to cut Solo off, walks right into the BFT, and then Jimmy distracts the referee, but here comes Royce Keys, Will Hobbs to cut him off, and then Jey Uso, the Geek Man, comes through the crowd, fires off some super kicks to Royce Keys, and so Eli is back up with a big flippy dippity-doo, pretty much taking out everybody. Back in the ring, Jacob gives Eli a pop-up Samoan drop, then goes up top, hits the triple jump moonsault. 1, 2, 3, Jacob Fatu, Yamin, gets the win over Eli Drake in just under 12 minutes. Match was decent without the chicanery, would have been great. And then after the match, this is the main event, by the way. After the match, Solo runs in, gets taken out by Jimmy and Jay. Royce Keys is back in, slugs it out with Jacob. And then the USB, I think that's Royce Keys' finishing move, that puts Jacob down. Then the Usos super kick and 1D, well, barely 1D, Royce Keys. It looked like a botch. But anyway, Eli is back up as well. That earns him with a Tongan death grip from Jacob. And then a whole bunch of running, MAGA attacks to Eli. I was like, damn, probably much gonna cripple him. And then the Bloodline stand tall. Put up your ones for the Bloodline. And then ends the show. But was the show great? No. This was a horrible show. I mean, it was so discombobulated. I couldn't get through it. And I'm like, what is this? So, I gave this Raw I mean, some people, if you gave it more than what I gave it, I mean, that's your own opinion, but my opinion matters more than yours fucking opinion, and that's all I gotta say about that. But I gave this Raw less than Bret Hart. 3 out of 10. It was bad. And that's all I gotta say about that. Dodgers are playing the Mets at Citi Field tonight. 1-1 in the 4th inning. I think the Dodgers are going to sweep the Mets out of Citi Field this weekend. And Flushing, Queens is going to be the cleanest part of New York this weekend. But we'll see. You know, Mets could surprise. Who knows? I don't care. Because we're getting to August and pretty much the Mets are gone. Unless a miraculous comeback. We got the trade deadline next Friday. See, the Mets are sellers or they don't do shit. But we got that. Alright guys, I am out of here. I'm going to go enjoy my nighttime festivities with the missus. Gonna have some dinner. Gonna just hang out at the bar with a couple friends. And then we're just gonna watch SmackDown at the bar. So, I am out of here. Until next time, my friends, for the missus and the prophecy, the greatest thing since sliced bread, and it's real, because you can't prove it. Until next time, if you're not down with us, we got 3 words for you. You better remember it. Fuck you, man. Fuck you, man. That's it. And that's it. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I might be back later tonight with your NXT review over on my Peter Joseph channel. Tomorrow, we will talk about Dynamite. And we'll talk about TNA Ring of Honor for this week, because we have an extra Ring of Honor this week. So we get that, and then on Sunday, we'll talk about Collision and predictions for Redemption, the newest pay-per-view for AEW. And then we'll talk about Redemption on Monday. So, big weekend of action. Hope you're all here for it. Don't forget to hit that bell. If you don't, I'll make you hit the bell. That's it. Alright guys, I am out of here. Until next time, my friends. Peace.